Well, obviously disappointed at the result of the game, and there's a lot of things that we have to work on if we're going to get better. There are some positives, but it's hard to really think about it with the loss. So congratulations to Utah. I thought they played a great game, especially defensively. They executed really well in defense and caused some turnovers, and so congrats to them in the win. But we're excited to get ready and get going on the next one. So, any questions?
How much of a relief was it to piece together that drive in the final few minutes and have the offense clicking?
Yeah, I mean it's hard to really think about that right now because you don't think about what happened lately, right? So I have to watch it on film and see why we did well in that drive, and we saw some successful things out there, and it was nice for our offense to get things clicking, but I think we dug a hole early on in the game, obviously with the turnovers, with the interceptions, and we put our defense in some short fields and some bad positions. I believe that touchdown in the last touchdown that Utah had was off of a pick, and so I think our defense is pretty good when we have a full field and we have a good punter that can pin them deep, and I think it's just hard for teams to drive on us, but it was not good enough, and obviously I'm not happy about it, and I'm going to fix it, so that's what I have to do. We owe it to our players and our team and our fans to fix the issues that we're having on offense.
Tanner seems like he's more comfortable during those drives where the tempo was sped up and was more of a hurry-up drive because of how much time was left. Is there any thought to maybe adding more tempo consistently through 4 quarters, kind of trying to speed up the offense a little bit for him?
Yeah, I mean, I think we thought about everything. That's part of our offense too, is this change of tempo. We did it earlier in the half as well. Just try to change things up. I think that's what we do. We've done that last year too, and that's kind of what our deal is. We have a lot of different tempos that we can work on, and he did seem a little comfortable, but I don't know if you attribute all of it, the success of the drives, into just that, and we'll have to evaluate it. It's really difficult for me to say without watching everything on film and seeing where the breakdowns and the issues that occurred. And what you don't want to do is just give a lot of credit to something when it's not actually the reason, So that's a factor, but is it the main reason? I don't know. I have to look at film more.
How costly was that sequence when you lost the TD because of the pick play, the offensive pass interference, and then missed the field goal?
Well, I mean, I think it was a pick. That's not how we run our routes, and obviously, I believe it was Aleva that did it. So this is something we got to execute better. I mean, we practice it plenty of times in practice, not doing that, and so why would we ever do that in the game? And it's hard to come down on a kid, especially he's a true sophomore. He had a drop that was costly towards on the last drive too. So nobody feels worse than him right now, but we have to fix it. He's talented and he's got a lot of speed, and so if he's going to be out on the field, he needs to be more accountable and can't make costly mistakes. So I think it's okay for us to talk to him about that. He understands that, but it's not like his stuff is the most visible ones. There are some other breakdowns that made it hard and difficult for Tanner to throw. And I think the part of it is how Utah played their defense, and the other part is whether it's a breakdown in the routes or a breakdown in delivery. Tanner's going to be the most visible part of it all. So we need to look at the film and see where all the issues are. And I was proud of the way that they put those drives together. It gave us a chance to win at the end. I was proud of our defense and the way they played. I mean, that looking at the last drive, 19-13, you're kind of thinking, okay, this is going to come down to to the end, and it was just frustrating that we weren't able to provide that drive to win the game. But our defense gave us a chance, and our offense gave us a chance towards the end of the game as a team to win it. We had the ball at the end, and had some timeouts, and so we practiced that situation all the time. It just didn't work out tonight.
How late until the third quarter you played Ula?
Well, so just a background on Ula, he didn't play a lot of camp. I know we're protecting our players and everything, but he was injured most of camp, and so his recovery and comeback is the main reason why he hasn't been out there as much. I think that we're feeling like we're more comfortable with him being on the field now, and you're probably right. We're going to evaluate it, and I think we found a really good running back in Ula. That's what we thought that he would do. You know, being a powerful running back for us and being a difference maker. And so, looking forward to him being full go next week and him being the guy. So I think the silver lining is that we found a running back that we kind of knew what he was going to be about anyways. But I think he only had 5 rushes, but he's a load. He's a big guy, and there's a reason why Wisconsin signed him out of high school.
You talk about fixing things with the offense, and I know this week you alluded to potential changes. What could that mean? Does that mean personnel changes, coaching?
I guess it covers it all, and so I'll probably have more for you guys on Monday. But I think that we have to evaluate everything, and that goes from top to bottom, and that's my job. So.
How did you feel your offensive line played tonight?
I know we gave up a few sacks, and the one was a corner blitz was a really good call, and we messed up on some protection issues, and that had to do a little bit with communication with the back, and finding. But you have a team that has they can do so many different things defensively with their defensive backs, what Utah does, and they disguise the blitz really well. And I think the O-line held their own. I thought we got to get more movement on the line of scrimmage, but I don't think that was. I mean, you're going against a really good D-line. Trust me, I know those guys. So that's a really good D-line, and when you have two D tackles on your team that are captains, that's a good thing. I was there when those guys were true freshmen, and so it's nice that they're seniors now, so I don't have to see them next year.
What was the biggest challenge with defending Tyler Huntley? It seemed like he was pretty slippery when you guys tried to bring him down.
Really good player, and I mentioned it before in the media that he's a dual threat. He can run the ball, and he's elusive and he's slippery. But I thought he did well running the ball. He almost got 100 yards rushing, and he was able to just with our pressures and our movement. Even when we were getting close to him, he was able to run out of the way and throw the ball away and extend plays. So he doesn't cost you. With the way that he can run, he can extend plays even when he has to get rid of the ball and doesn't put them in the hole. So really good quarterback. I thought they did a good job preparing him for the game. But yeah, he's a starter. I can see why. I've said that before, but. I thought that defensively we did a pretty good job containing him, but we didn't do a good enough job getting sacks and everything. But I think that a lot of that has to do with his movement and his ability to get rid of the ball quickly.
They extended their streak in the series, but do you feel like the talent is pretty close between the two teams at this point? Do you feel like you're making ground there?
Well, I hope so. I mean, they're close games, and we did not play well tonight. I mean, really frustrated at the whole thing, and we just really wanted this game, So now we have to wait another year and look forward to that. But we don't have time to hang our heads now. We got a top 10 team coming to town, and so we got to move on and learn as much as we can from this game and be proud of some of the positive things that we did, But gosh, we need a win, and so it doesn't help you hanging your head and thinking about this other than just fixing the issues and fixing the problems and making sure that doesn't show up next week. And let's play a full 60 minutes as a team and see how good we can be if we do that.
You mentioned the defensive performance. They were able to get inside the 10-yard line a number of times, but you only gave up the 1 touchdown. Bend but don't break kind of flat. They really just seemed to stiffen when they got their backs to the goal line.
I've heard that term a lot, bend but don't break. And whenever I'm pretty sure Coach Witt wasn't happy with 3 field goals to open up the game. And so I'm proud of our guys, holding that part up. But we gave up a lot of big plays, whether they're, I think they had a couple of big passes downfield, and some of them were mistakes, but some of them they just made a great play, So it's a good team. That's a good team. They're able to keep you on your heels with the run game, and they're committed to it, especially with the running back and the quarterback. But I think the QB was the main. Yeah, if I look at the stats, I mean, Zach Moss. If you had told me that we held him to 1.9 yards a carry, I would have been really happy with that, But the quarterback, they're committed to him running the ball. Last week he ran 18 times against North Dakota, and tonight he ran 19 times. So they're committed to him running the ball, and he was their best running back tonight. We didn't do a good enough job holding him down. I mean, he averaged 4.7, you know, but I thought we started to feel a little bit better towards the end, and started to understand a little bit more about how to defend them and got a good feel for defending them. But they're some great players over there. Carrington's a great receiver, and their O-line's big and physical. So give them a lot of credit. I mean, I think they're going to do well in the Pac-12.
In the fourth quarter, were you surprised when Utah went for it on fourth down?
No, I kind of. Well, the kicker was over there kind of practicing his kicks, and it was not a really good selling job. So we just didn't buy it, and I thought that was really cool that Coach Witt had that 2 huddles out there, but the kicker wasn't even taking his steps; he was just kicking air. So maybe they can work on acting on that one later. But I was proud of our guys on that, you know. But we when you're going into that moment, you're just hoping that. For me, I was hoping that they would go. I thought it could be a good momentum shift for us, you know. It could be something that can get the crowd into it, and it just worked out. And the guys made a great play, and you know, and it was nice though. So that was a good part of the night. Just wish we had more plays than that.
Michael was available in the second half, but he didn't come into the game, right?
No.
Okay, what was behind that decision?
Well, I mean, he's had some issues with targeting. We know that, and he'll be ready for next week. And so we'll just leave it at that. And I think he's learned his lesson, you know. But we'll look forward to him coming back as soon as he can.